JJ the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. So how could there be money left in the PPP program when the SBA said it ran out in May of this year, and we know that the program ended May 31st of this year? So the first thing I'm going to note, in the body of this video, I'm going to give you a link to a longer video going through these details. But for those that just want it down to the nut, there's a bill that passed the Senate that has indicated that it will permanently rescind any future unobligated funds for PPP to be used for future PPP purposes. So the U.S. House Select Subcommittee of the Coronavirus Crisis indicated that there's probably $84 billion in fraudulent loans given out related to PPP. New York Times just recently reported that it's estimated at $76 billion that has been fraudulently loaned out. So yes, the SBA loaned everything out by the time we hit May of this year, but there's money that would be coming back into the PPP program. So let's keep that program alive for any money that's going back in that potentially can be used to help others with PPP, especially under current conditions. I know the self-employed Schedule C filers could really benefit from this, because before the early March of this year, PPP was loaned out, given out, based on the net of Schedule C line 31. Starting in early March, it turned where you could get PPP based on the gross income line 7. Obvious that that would produce more. But for those that already filed in 2020 or filed in 2021 and got the PPP under the previous calculation, was not allowed to go and reapply for PPP under the new calculation. So with that being said, HR 3684, and I'm going to put a link to the bill, and I'll mention the specific. I'm also going to put a little blurb that if you do want to put this in a tweet or in a Facebook post, tag your U.S. congressperson or senator to not pass or make law this 3684. So let me be clear, the Senate already passed this. The House is going to vote on it on or before September 27th. So getting with your congressperson to not pass it, letting your senator know that if it gets moved back to the Senate because the House doesn't approve it, to remove this section and allow there to be future revenues or future amounts for PPP. This is a reality. There is going to be more money in PPP. The reason we know it's a reality is that this bill that has passed the Senate, in essence, confirms that there's going to be future monies in PPP. Otherwise, why would they include this in this bill, indicating that any future unobligated funds of PPP will be rescinded from the program? So help your fellow small business owner, help your fellow self-employed to be able to benefit from PPP if they qualify under the other provisions. So I've done some tweets and Facebook posts that you can check out, JJ the CPA, or you can do your own. But there really is going to be funds left over in the PPP program. HR 3684, if it gets approved by the House and then becomes law, no longer will the PPP program be able to use any leftover funds or monies that are put back, not to mention the monies that are having to be paid back for those that just got too much. All right, hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe, and then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. Have a great one.